this morning, and checking in outside. We were enjoying a pretty nice day yesterday, a nice break from some of the humidity, but tropical moisture moving back to the north as the remnants of what was Hurricane Nicholas still spinning through parts of the deep south. Let's check in right now in Carbondale right now. We've got mostly clear skies overhead. You can see the added moisture out there, a little haze on the horizon. Down to 66 currently in Carbondale, which is not as cool as what it was yesterday morning. Think back to yesterday morning, we had a lot of 50s, even into parts of southern Illinois. 66 though right now, dew points running back in the mid 60s. Can't entirely rule out some patchy fog, mainly in some of the low-lying areas once again this morning. But today a more humid day, tropical moisture making its way back to the north, and eventually that's going to lead to some chances for some showers and storms, especially into parts of the Missouri Boot Heel and western Kentucky. The chances for rain will be a little lower across southern Illinois today and tomorrow. Very similar setup coming in here on Saturday. Finally, those remnants will start to make their way to the north and east, and could spread some more moisture even into parts of southern Illinois as we head into the second half of the weekend. Right now outside we've got mostly clear skies over much of southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and southeast Missouri. However, seeing maybe a couple little light radar returns there through parts of northwest Tennessee. But there you go. There's the remnants of what was Hurricane Nicholas, and these things have just not moved very much over the last couple of days. And eventually later on this afternoon we're going to see those winds out of the east and southeast begin to really pull some moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. Again, notably higher humidity today, but you'll start to see some of those rain chances as well, especially by the lunchtime hour. Scattered showers, scattered storms developing. Notice most of these staying south of Route 13 across southern Illinois, mainly focused across the Missouri Boot Heel, western Kentucky, and they'll continue to spin up from the south. The main threat over the next couple of days with any of these storms, no severe weather, but extremely heavy rainfall and occasionally some thunder and lightning. Notice they're still hanging out in western Kentucky into Saturday. Very low rain chances though farther to the north, especially from Mount Vernon back over towards Pinckneyville. So as far as your rain chances go, there you go. About a 20% chance Mount Vernon to West Frankfort. Farther to the south, say from about Cape Girardeau over towards Metropolis, Vienna, up to about a 40% chance. And the highest rain chances, say from about Poplar Bluff to Paducah, southward to Murray. And then the same in here on Saturday. Western Kentucky brings the highest rain chances. Those chances get lower and lower to the north and to the west. And we could see some areas, especially into the Missouri Boot Heel, western Kentucky, far northwest Tennessee there, that pick up more than an inch of rainfall over the next few days. But still not thinking, at least into southern Illinois, that the weekend is a complete washout. It may end up being a washout for some folks into western Kentucky. Scattered showers, scattered storms Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday, a very strong cold front set to arrive. Look at this, guys. I keep bringing these temperatures down. We're going to officially welcome in fall on Wednesday, and we're talking about an afternoon high temperature possibly only into the lower 70s. And there's a chance by next Thursday morning, I'm about to say this, that we could see temperatures dip back into the upper 40s in a few spots. Ooh. Yeah, Mother Nature getting the memo. What? Fall arriving officially on Wednesday, and it's going to feel like.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Chilly time.